Hey guys, this is Andres Smirnov reporting for the Fast Lane car from Ford's Research and Development Center in Dearborn, Michigan. And behind me is a Ford Fusion, but this is their autonomous research vehicle. It's got LiDAR, it's got radar and cameras to allow for autonomous driving in the future. And everything you ever wanted to know about it is coming up right now. So there was a recent announcement about Ford introducing a 2021 autonomous vehicle for ride sharing. So how does is this a building block on the way there?
Yes, most of the algorithms and advanced sensing and computing that we'll need for that rideshare vehicle are being developed on this platform.
Why did you choose the Fusion for this?
So primarily chose this vehicle because it has every single feature from a driver assistance and safety perspective that you can get on a Ford vehicle. And it has the latest common electrical architecture across the planet. So it would be a fresh vehicle and it would offer everything that the masses could buy.
So you can have the electric steering and brakes, so every component of the car can be controlled, basically?
Yeah, when I refer to the latest electrical architecture, what I mean is that all of the commands that we need to issue to make the car drive by wire can be issued over the vehicle's own infrastructure known as the CAN bus.
Okay. So can you go over the technologies that enable this? I see, are those LiDAR and cameras on top?
Yeah, our philosophy is that we want to have a 360-degree picture of the world around us in real time, and we'd like to have that picture in LiDAR, radar, and camera.
Okay. So how does that work? Can you go into a little bit more detail?
So in a nutshell, the way our car works is if we're going to allow you to drive that car down a road autonomously, we'd like to preview that road and make sure it's traversable. So while we drive that in preview, we make a map of it, a really detailed 3D map. Would sort of look like something you'd see in a high-end video game.
Okay.
And then when we come back, our challenge is to figure out where we are in that map. Because in that map, we've baked all the attributes of the world. The notion of where the lanes are, the stop signs, the crosswalks, your favorite Starbucks, it's all in the map.
Okay.
So the live sensing data aligns us into the map, and then anything that shouldn't be in the map, we track it and make sure that we don't have any interactions with it, okay, such as traffic and pedestrians.
I just went on a ride about 1 mile, and maybe about 8 to 10 minutes it took us to get around Ford's campus here with a lot of unexpected events. There was a car pulling out in front of us, lots of pedestrians crossing on the way to work, and the vehicle negotiated all the obstacles safely and cautiously. I was not able to give you an in-car perspective because Ford did not allow cameras on the inside or outside of the car. But can this technology currently discover new roads or operate in an environment that wasn't pre-mapped?
We have done testing and driving in areas that weren't pre-mapped. However, that problem is orders of magnitude more difficult than driving something that's been pre-driven.
Okay.
And because we want to have the most robust, most redundant and reliable system possible, we will always pre-drive every road.
Okay, so this news about the 2021 and the fact that that's going to be a ride-sharing application, correct? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. The 2021 announcement is for us to have a level 4 vehicle capable of commercial application, most likely ride-sharing or some fleet service that would be similar to that, such as maybe package delivery. And the idea behind that is you can control the vehicle fleet. They come back every night to the station. You can make sure everything is well calibrated, the maintenance is up to date, the maps are fresh, you control the routes, and you can also amortize the cost of the slightly higher sensors and computers on this fleet because it's a commercial operation.
Okay.
And then once the price volume curve comes down, you can imagine pushing it to other use case scenarios. Yes.
So this Fusion still has a steering wheel and pedals, but Ford says they may not be necessary by 2021 when they release their fully autonomous vehicle or a fleet of vehicles. Of course, the big question is, what happens to the driver? And Ford's answer is, there'll be applications for drivers in the future as well. They just want to expand their business to include autonomous vehicles as well.
The LiDAR is a really powerful sensor in that we can take 3 million range measurements a second, and we basically reconstruct what the 3D world around us looks like in real time. And the way I like to imagine it is, you know, you've all seen a laser pointer, and it's a very precise little pinprick of light. And with that sort of resolution out to a couple hundred meters, we can very accurately, you know, draw a picture of where everything is and where it's going.
Around it.
Yes.
Do you see the sensors decreasing in size aesthetically, or how does that going to work?
So what you're looking at right now are 4 LiDARs on the roof of the vehicle. And the reason we have 4 is they were designed for mapping applications. They have a very wide field of view, as much as 30 degrees above horizon. And I don't normally see cars floating 30 degrees above the ground plane. So in the cars that we're building today, as a matter of fact, the LiDAR has been redesigned to put all the beams right around the horizon. So we can reduce the number of units we have from 4 to 2 and have the same number of points on the targets of interest. And we imagine moving those LiDARs out to above the side view mirrors on the car. So they would sit just above the A-pillar, and with 2 of those we'd have the same coverage that we do right now.
So, and it doesn't matter what the drivetrain is really, right? I mean you
that's
have a
correct.
gasoline engine or
That's
an
correct.
electric motor?
Yes,
right?
we could operate with any drivetrain. In fact, our first autonomous vehicle was a Ford F-250 with a turbo diesel. So the reason that we picked the hybrid is because, again, it came with the latest electrical system, but also having the hybrid battery in there allows you to run a lot of electrical loads for the computers and the sensors with relative ease.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for spending the time.
No, it was my pleasure. Thank you for your interest in our project.
Okay. It's interesting where these technologies are going. Go back to tflcar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews.